Welcome back! New video, and this one is gonna be a bit special, as you've seen on the title already. And since we have some new followers on the channel, I want to start introducing myself again. And yeah, Axel Lundtell is my name, and I'm 26 years old. I'm single. I live in Stockholm and commute to Gothenburg every second week for work, since we have our office in Gothenburg, and I'm currently in Gothenburg at the moment when I'm filming this. Gonna go home tonight though. But when I'm working from Stockholm, I'm working from my apartment on Södermalm. I work as a salesperson at a startup where we kind of scale up right now because we're taking on capital. And that's my day job, and by night I train for my first ever Ironmans. I will do a half distance one and a full distance one this summer in Jönköping and in Kalmar. This video will be a bit different compared to my last ones. You will of course see some training as well, but the focus will be on the concept of a corporate athlete and what that is and why it matters in this world where you're combining a job that is demanding quite a lot and also training that is demanding a lot. So that I will talk about in this video. Make sure you watch all the way to the end. That would mean a lot to me. And if you have any questions, you can leave me a comment about it or send me a DM on Instagram. That will also be fine. But now I'm gonna drive into work. I borrowed my boss's car over the night. So I'm gonna drive to work now, pick up a colleague, and then we'll see you later. And first off, like how do I define the concept of a corporate athlete? I see it as an individual who applies their athletic principles to excel in their professional life, but also the other way around, the principles and systems you have for your professional life to your athletic life. And that is everything from building this mental toughness, the mindset of keep showing up even the days you don't want to, and also emphasizing time management. Also that you are just in general emphasizing a good physical fitness level, you have a good mental resilience, and just an overall well-being vibe. But maybe the most important point of this is I see corporate athletes as people who absolutely strive for reaching their peak potential, both in their personal life but also in their professional life. And they are ambitious, we are setting super high goals, and we won't settle for anything less than extra high and a bit extra than that, right? That for me is how I define a corporate athlete. We focus a lot about work. We want to be the best we can at it. We show up, we work long weeks, and we combine that with high endurance sports. And to just summarize those key characteristics in 4 points, I want to say that a corporate athlete focuses on peak performance and continuous improvement. That's the first one. And we're prioritizing physical fitness and overall well-being. And the third one is that we are developing this mental resilience to navigate workplace challenges. That comes through the challenges within the fitness training world, right? The last one is that we are setting clear, big, ambitious goals that are measurable, and we're taking action to achieve them, essentially. Those are the 4 key characteristics I want to bring up about the concept of a corporate athlete. Later on, I will talk a bit more about why I think it matters, how it's helping my professional life and personal life and everything around that, right? That would be a bit later on. I'm back now in Stockholm, my apartment. Got home yesterday, did a workout this morning, 90 minutes on the bike. I had a over and under session, went good, felt strong in the legs actually, so really happy about that, and a super nice way to start the day. To continue on the subject of this concept I talked about, corporate athlete, now I want to bring up more about why it matters and why I see myself as a corporate athlete and how I am embracing it essentially. And first of all, like this concept for me is something that is helping me to increase my workload or demand and like prevent burnouts. And it also like overall improves my ability to handle more pressure and stress and just perform consistently day in and day out every hour of the day, and just enhances my overall like living experience, right? My well-being, my work-life balance, so to say. That like leads to me being able to increase my workload, my training load, and just perform better, become better on the both sides, work and training wise. And just to give you an example of what training does for me and my overall well-being, and the ability for me to perform consistently in training and at work, I had a big realization last week on Wednesday, when I basically started to cry in the middle of the day when I talked to my colleague Matilda. I really felt stressed, and that day it hit me what, or like how I was feeling when I'm not training consistently. I had been sick for about 2 weeks, had like one workout, then became sick again. And it really, really showed how much training does for my well being and my ability to perform. And because of that, I missed a few things at work, really important things that affected me, but also my colleagues quite a lot. And that is not fun, to put a lot of extra workload on my colleagues. It should be me in that case that gets affected by it. But it happened, and it was a big realization of how much training and the discipline I've built, and the mental resilience, and the like show up mentality I've built from training, and like trained almost every day, how much it does for my well-being and my ability to handle pressure and just stress, to see clearly and make sure I do everything and more. And like just prioritizing health and just well-being has so many benefits for training, but also for work. So prioritizing like health, and especially endurance training, I must say, is for me the best way to stay clear, to stay focused, and to make sure I perform the way I want to perform, right? I have high goals, I'm very ambitious. This is essential for me to keep on performing. And that is like why I think it matters, and why embracing the concept of a corporate athlete will benefit you in so many ways. And like my personal journey into becoming a corporate athlete, I would say started about like 2 years back, when I first started to train the different disciplines. Was not for the same race, like was different races, but I still trained different disciplines. But then I signed up for my Ironmans last summer, and that is when I started to embrace it a bit more. But the like big date when I started to embrace it the most was when I joined Lex Energy in September of 2024, last year. I went from a company that has been around for 30 years, had their stable work routines and yada yada yada, and then went to Lex Energy, who is a startup, scale up, growing very fast. That is when I really started to embrace this corporate athlete concept, and like ever since, I've had to juggle my career with my both personally and professionally, because of like my whole athlete part of my life, the discipline I build, the mental resilience I build. I also perform better at my work. I can still push longer weeks. I probably work on average maybe 10 hours per day, and a few hours on the weekends as well. So it's more than like you usually do with your 40 hours weeks. And this athlete and like training side I have really enhances my performance within my work. So when I joined Lex Energy, I really embraced it more. and just see all the beneficials it comes from being a corporate athlete, and just how like it has impacted my life just in general ever since, especially I must say regarding my like mental mindset and the resilience I've built up over my Ironman prep. And like it's tough, and there are a lot of days I just wanna like be in bed in the mornings and just have a calm weekend and so on. But I build this mindset of me like keep showing up day after day, push harder day after day. And it also helps me a lot with dealing with stress, especially around my work. Like there are a lot of things happening in work. We want to do that, and that. And we aren't that big yet. So we usually do a lot of tasks that are quite of a big workload at the moment. At the stage we're at now, I need to have this ability to handle my stress levels. And like as I mentioned earlier about last week when I had this breakdown, me training every day is a way for me to get clarity in my head and just handle my stress levels essentially. And this last like 26, 27 weeks of training now has really made me super disciplined to show up day after day, right? I have my training schedule and I have my goals of reaching the big Ironman under 10 hours, and I know how much work I have to put in for that. So I know that I have to keep showing up day after day, especially the days I definitely don't feel like to go up at 5 a.m. a Friday morning to do 90 minutes on the bike as I did this morning when I got home yesterday and was tired from train travels and yada yada yada. But this is where my discipline comes in. This is where my mindset comes in to just, it keeps me going, it keeps me showing up, and it keeps me improving day after day. And this has been very beneficial just for my life in general, because I have a high demanding job. I work quite a lot of hours, and the few hours I have left I want to spend for training and like the content I do, and maybe meet some friends and family sometime. But that makes me super disciplined to work when I'm working, and then train when I'm training, right? I've become really great at showing up, doing the things I need to do, and this is all because of like my Ironman prep. I must say, like the discipline I've built and the mindset I've built from all of that, and how that is improving my career, both professionally and personally. And as I mentioned, like me having those big goals for my Ironmans especially brings me like in a position where I constantly want to improve, and like for every day I want to get better. And that is not only training wise, that is my professional life as well. Like I every day want to become better, and I'm trying new things, I'm suggesting new things, and constant in this process of like trying to see new possibilities everywhere. Some days this can be a bit rough on you because you're not like settling down and just trying it out enough. Maybe you're looking for a next step too fast. But I see it more as a way of constantly improving, constantly becoming better. And for me, it's very important that I am searching for these improvements. So that is how I have embraced being a corporate athlete, and how it has affected me and making me a better person. Morning, Saturday. I am out for a run, just 15 minutes to feel my heel. It's gonna be great. I have also been at the pool this morning actually for 30 minutes, so second workout, that I will do a third later on as well at the gym, so nice day. I'm at the top now at Tantolunden. It's a nice spot, this one. But I thought I wanna bring up like two practical advices for you when you're working as much as you do and training as much as you do. And the first one is obviously that you have to schedule your workouts into your calendar the same way that you schedule your meetings at work, right? This puts you in a way that you just show up, you look at your calendar, okay, now I'm gonna do this workout, and then I'm gonna go into work and do this and this and this. It's the same way, and that's the biggest practical advice I have for you. Schedule your workouts, and don't forget that you have to schedule commuting as well. If you're going to the pool, maybe you have a few minutes of walk or cycle or going in the car. Remember to schedule that as well into your calendar. That's the best advice, and make sure you stick to it as well. Don't push the workouts further in the day. Do them when you have scheduled them in your calendar. And number two I want to bring up from my personal experience is that whenever you're going for a run outdoors or a bike ride outdoors, don't listen to anything, just listen to the nature and just be there, be present, because you're sitting mostly behind the computer every day, and then maybe the TV, scrolling your phone. And like when you're getting outside for a run or a bike ride, just enjoy the nature. For me, those moments are my best therapy sessions. Those are the moments when I can really reflect and go over every thought I have and make sure I come back clear, full of energy to be able to crush whatever is next, right? And also in the pool, just enjoy it, enjoy the moment, or try to enjoy the moment, be present. Like going outdoors, don't listen to anything, is for me just the best way of therapy, really. I haven't visited a like physical therapy session, you know, when you talk to a person and so on, for many years, and that's basically because I've had my therapy sessions when I'm outdoors. I reflect with myself, I mumbles and just talk to myself, discuss with myself, and just really enjoying it. But really try it out. Go out for a long run, don't listen to anything, don't even have your AirPods in or whatever you have listening with. Just be present, be there. That's the two best advice I have for you. Schedule your workouts in your calendar the same way as you schedule meetings. And when you're outdoors training, don't listen to any music or podcasts. Try to enjoy that moment. Many will say that, oh, you have to optimize every minute, and I do that. But I also need moments to just unplug, reflect, to get some clarity as well. And the best way for me to do that is when I'm outdoors running or cycling outdoors. And let me know if you go for a long run without listening to anything, or a bike ride, and tell me how it feels. It's gonna be amazing, I promise you. It's gonna be amazing. Now I'm gonna continue my run. I only have like 5 minutes left of it, so easy run, to not push my heels too much. So, but we're gonna be able to work our way ups again now, because the heel is feeling much better. No issues at all, doesn't feel it anything at all at the moment, so that's really great. So I'm happy about that. And as I said earlier, I'm also gonna go to the gym later on, and also be at the spa for a few minutes to relax as well. Gonna head over there at 3 or 4 p.m. I think, to vitalize. So good Saturday. Wait, it's Sunday now. Time is actually 1:40 p.m. almost. I just got back from a short walk. I went up to a nearby park, sat in the sun for about 10 minutes doing my daily meditation. I usually do 10 minutes every evening with the app called Headspace. Best one out there, I think. So I did that one in the sun now, super nice. It's a lovely day here in Stockholm, about 10 degrees blue sky, so enjoy that for a few minutes. And this morning I did 3 hours on the turbo, 190 watts, no problems there. Strong legs today, so happy about that workout. I know this video is probably gonna be a bit long, so gonna wrap this one up pretty soon, but just to give you a conclusion about this concept of a corporate athlete and what it is and why I think it matters. Like, to conclude on what a corporate athlete is for me, I see it as someone that doesn't just want to get fit, they want to perform like an elite athlete while dominating their career as well. And like, you're drawn to systems and efficiency because you work a lot and you train a lot, so you need to be efficient and you need to have system to make it work. You're so ambitious both in your career but also like in your personal life with fitness essentially. And in general, the majority focuses on being super successful in their career with like doing and having a good education, landing a good job and working the rest of your life. But then you set apart your fitness journey as well. But I truly believe that you can have a high demanding job, working 50, 60 plus more hours per week and still train for something like an Ironman and training 10, 20 hours per week. Embracing this corporate athlete concept or term for yourself will essentially put you in a situation where you use the learnings you have from your training and from your professional life, combining that to make it work. Especially as I mentioned about practical tips when I talked about it yesterday or a few minutes early for you, about planning your workouts into your calendar as well as you do your meetings, right? That's one way of just using the same methods you do at work but for training, and then you stick with your schedule. You don't miss a job meeting. Why would you miss a workout if you schedule it in your calendar? And myself, I truly see myself as a corporate athlete, not because I work at a corporate job. It's not that. Like, we are now in a phase, if we look at the stages a company currently goes over, it's like you're a startup, scale up, then you're in this growth phase, then you maybe become a corporate, then enterprise, and yada yada yada. But the thing about corporate is the lifestyle. You have a 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday usually, but you know it's not 9 to 5. Maybe you do 10, 12 hours per day on average, and maybe a few hours during the weekends. And it's more of the lifestyle you live with. You have meetings, you have an office and everything around that, and then you want to combine that with being an elite athlete, not training in an elite team, but you want to train like one, right? Because you have such a high ambition, such a high goals for your career, your professional career, and why can't you have the same for your fitness journey as well, combining them both? Embrace this like corporate athlete concept, become one and see yourself as a corporate athlete. And now I am like 6 months into my corporate athlete journey, and I want to say that I have grown so much over these months, just from training but also in my professional career, and so excited to keep on building on this concept and term going forward. I want to just encourage you to start your own corporate athlete journey. Don't be afraid. If you have a high demanding job and you work a lot of hours, you will still find time to pursue a great fitness journey as well. So if you have any questions or thoughts or ideas or whatever it could be you want me to talk about, you can of course send me a DM or write it in the comments down below. I hope you have enjoyed this type of video. I will have some different themes of my videos going forward. It will not only be showing my training, but some of them will be a more sit down talk like this. Some will be a more focused to like showcasing my full week of training whilst working at the 9 to 5. And thank you again for watching this video, and take care. I will see you in the next one. Peace.